Welcome back. In this video, we're stepping on board LATAM Airlines in their new business class seat on a Boeing 767-300ER on our way from Lima, Peru to Atlanta in the USA. How does LATAM and this business class product stack up against other options? And is it worth flying? Stick with us and find out. Join us as we get on board one of the last 767s ever built in LATAM's newest business class product and embark from the brand new terminal at Jorge Chavez International Airport. Welcome to Travel at Random. We're Trevor and Ryan. This channel started out of a love of travel. We're here to share unbiased and self-funded trip reports, hotel and flight reviews, and travel advice. We hope we inspire your next getaway. Check out our playlist in the description and browse the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to keep up with our latest content. Thank you for watching. Now, let's fly. We're starting off today at Jorge Chavez International Airport in Lima, Peru. Serving about 23 million passengers annually, the airport recently completed construction of a brand new terminal, which opened on the 1st of June 2025. While the new terminal is open, it's not exactly finished yet. If you've never been to Lima, one thing to know is that the traffic is terrible. This city of more than 11 million people has very limited mass transit and lacks major highways. The new airport terminal is not currently connected to public transit, and traffic is routed over two temporary bridges. Traffic can be slow and congested, particularly at peak times. We had given ourselves plenty of time, but it still took about 90 minutes from our hotel in Miraflores to get to the terminal at 9 a.m. on a weekday. In fact, we were sitting for so long that Uber sent us a message to make sure we were okay. Once we made it to the terminal, things improved. Check-in is located on the upper level, with LATAM on the far right side of the terminal. LATAM Airlines has a premium check-in area at counters A11 through A15. There is a separate check-in room just past the counters for top-tier status holders, including Delta Diamond, Platinum, and LATAM Platinum members. There are check-in lanes for Delta Silver, Gold, LATAM Gold, Gold Plus, and a separate queue for business class passengers. There are 4 concourses at the airport, the domestic B concourse on the lower level and 3 international concourses A, C, and D on the third level with check-in. Since this terminal is brand new, currently the only airside lounge is the Club Lima. LATAM is opening its own club in August of 2025, so we missed it by just a few weeks. The lounges are accessible to international passengers only. Priority Pass is accepted at the club, or you can purchase a pass at reception for $55 US. This is the newest and largest The Club location at almost 20,000 square feet. It has the capacity for more than 450 guests and is designed to provide options for travelers of all kinds. It features relaxation areas, private meeting rooms, and an enclosed play area for children. The club is decorated with local Peruvian artwork and greenery. There are 2 small buffets on either side of the central bar. There are also drink stations at each buffet. We were in the club for breakfast and the options were basic. The buffet closer to check-in had more options available. There are showers in this lounge and you can reserve them with QR codes on each table. Wi-Fi was available, the speeds were pretty good. The club was comfortable and had plenty of space. It felt open and spacious, and we didn't have any trouble finding a seat. One note, our LATAM business class ticket did not get us entry, and the LATAM check-in agents did not even mention a lounge when we dropped off our bags. Our 7-hour flight today takes us a little over 3,000 miles from Lima, Peru to Atlanta, Georgia in LATAM Airlines' premium business class cabin. LATAM is in the process of refitting their planes with new interiors. The 767s, 777s, and some 787-900s have these new business class seats. They are currently also deploying a new business class suite on their 787-800s that feature a door. LATAM's boarding process was a bit chaotic, and we started an hour before departure. Boarding for premium cabins is Zone 1 and includes both business and premium economy passengers. There are only 3 zones in total. Everyone had to have their carry-on items searched prior to boarding, and they held us on the jet bridge for another 5 minutes before we were allowed to board. Boarding for all passengers was at the front of the plane, leading to a lot of foot traffic and looky-loos in the business class cabin. We saw several economy passengers stowing their bags in the business class overhead bins, and the flight attendants didn't seem to care. This is a Boeing 767-300ER with 20 business class seats and 213 economy seats. This aircraft also features 39 LATAM Plus seats, which feature additional legroom. The business class seats are arranged in a 1-2-1 staggered layout, and all seats have direct aisle access. We are in seats 3A and 5A today, which are the window seats closest to the windows. Even rows are closer to the aisle. Each seat has a 16-inch touchscreen, USB-A, and universal power plugs. The universal power plugs didn't get turned on our flight, or they weren't working, unfortunately. The seat has a decent amount of storage space. There's a small closing compartment below an open area to the side of the seat. A good-sized counter with a real stone surface. The seat surface uses 3-dimensional textiles to help improve airflow and temperature. The seat was a bit narrow, and I found that I often hit the seat controls with my elbow, causing my seat to move unintentionally. The seat has a pitch of 45 inches and a width of 19.5 inches, and reclines to a fully lay flat. As a bed, the seat was comfortable. I think more comfortable than as a seat, where it was a little too flat and didn't have much lumbar support. The footwell was a bit tight, but as long as you lay on your back, Trevor found it comfortable, and it was long enough for him to lay completely down, even at 6 foot 4 inches. When in bed mode, it is a little difficult getting in and out of the seat. That's one of the problems with the 767. The cabin is narrower than newer aircraft models, so the seats tend to be a little tighter. There were accent lights above the literature holder and storage area, and you can control their light level. There's also a reading light which you can adjust the brightness on. Waiting at our seats was a mattress topper, duvet, and pillow. The linens were good quality, the pillow a decent size, and the duvet was quite large, also welcome. The amenity kits are eco-friendly and focus on sustainable materials throughout. The bags feature designs from South American artists. Inside, the kit features a bamboo toothbrush, eye mask, socks, earplugs, a refreshing towel, lip balm, and hand cream. Pushback was prompt, but the taxi and wait to depart took about 20 minutes. We took off to the south and quickly escaped the cloud cover. On board, the in-flight entertainment system is called LATAM Play. With over 300 movies and 1,000 TV episodes, there's a decent selection available, and the system was responsive. There were also music and games available, and a flight tracker. This aircraft did not have Wi-Fi. Some LATAM 767s have it installed, and they're working to install Wi-Fi across the fleet. No pre-departure drinks were offered, but they did take our meal orders on the ground. On this flight, there was a lunch service and a hot snack service just before landing. Just after takeoff, mixed nuts and sparkling wine were served. LATAM has refocused their onboard dining experience recently and now provides Latin American-focused meals with a focus on the local flavors of the departure point. For lunch, we both ordered the Amazonian chufa, which is a fried rice dish, and luca mamousse for dessert. The starter was a take on a causa, a traditional Peruvian potato dish, although a bit deconstructed. The shrimp are fine, a little tough, but fine. Overall, this dish lacked flavor. The salad was literally 3 leaves of lettuce and a balsamic vinaigrette. I guess it counts as a salad, but it could have just been a garnish at that point. The starter was fine, not great, not bad. The main dish was their signature dish from a local chef, Ilia Garcia, and it was great. It was flavorful, and anything with plantains is always a plus to us. The luca mamousse was light, with some tart mango fruit bits on top and then cookie crumbles on the bottom. It was good, but the mango on top was what made this. Overall, the lunch was good. We're glad to see local flavors on board, and while the starter wasn't anything special, we did enjoy the rice dish. About 70 minutes before arrival, a snack service was served. It was a sandwich and a dessert. Trevor ordered the lentil burger and dulce de leche pudding and a Coke Zero. I skipped the snack. Trevor said the sandwich was pretty good and had mozzarella, lettuce, and tomato on top of a lentil patty. It was served with potato chips and an aioli. The pudding was very light with a few cookie bits on top and fresh blueberries. Overall, the dish was decent and more than some carriers will offer on a flight of this length. For comparison, we flew Delta down to Peru and there was no second meal or snack service offered in business class. We arrived into Atlanta around 8 p.m. This was a completely daytime flight. Evenings are a bit busy at ATL, but we got a good sunset view as we taxied to our gate in the F concourse. We found this flight to be comfortable. I slept a good chunk of this flight since I wasn't feeling great. I found the bed to be long enough and the footwell decent, although I found it more comfortable to sleep on my side than my back due to the contours of the seat. Trevor felt like he could have slept, but it wouldn't have been the best sleep due to the space restrictions around his shoulders and legs. The service was good, the food was enjoyable, and had a unique flair to it. The flight attendants were present throughout the flight and were personable and friendly during service. I think this product is fine for a medium haul flight. We got a great fare for our trip and had a good experience. Would we fly LATAM again? I'd say absolutely, for a medium haul flight like this one. Our biggest complaint about service was the fairly indifferent LATAM ground staff in Lima. Once on board, the flight attendants were friendly. One important thing to note is that we booked this trip through Delta. LATAM has a joint venture with Delta, and while LATAM is not part of the SkyTeam Alliance, Delta medallions get many perks and benefits with LATAM. This includes priority boarding, check-in, etc. We also earned Delta miles and elite MQDs on this flight. Have you flown LATAM? Let us know in the comments what you think of this airline. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to keep up with our latest travels. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next adventure.